morning, children. This is Basha sir, PGT History. I would like to take social science for 7th A this academic year, that is 2020-21. In social science, we have three important subjects, that is geography and history, that is our past, and SPL, social political life. Now, first of all, we shall take up geography chapter, that is environment. Environment, as you all know, environment is nothing but our surroundings. Whatever surroundings we are having, plants, animals, buildings, rivers, forest, all comes under environment, including human beings and human-made objects also. Environment, nothing but what we can classify here, biotic and abiotic surroundings. Biotic, bi means two, O means organisms, biotic means two organisms, plants and animals. And abiotic means just opposite of biotic. Abiotic, nothing but which has no life, non-living things, that is such as water, air, land, sunlight, etc. This is about environment. And you have environment at home also, that is your father, mother and all these things, you, or that is human-made environment. Like that we can come to next important heading is components of environment. There are three important components of environment. One is natural environment, human environment and human-made environment. Natural environment which is present in the nature. Nature, say for example water. Water is present everywhere in almost all 7 continents. In almost all 7 continents, air is also present everywhere, land and life. And these are all the important parts of the natural environment. It consists of both biotic as well as abiotic environment. Human environment, it is human beings, that is, it consists of quality and quantity. And this is individual, that is one person or family, group of persons, community. There is still bigger one, and then like that, if you just see individual comes, then family comes, then community, then association, then society, so on, nation, so on, like that. Institutions, religions, all comes under human environment. Then human-made environment, this is the third important components of the environment. That is the which are created by human beings. What are the created? Because parks, buildings, industries, bridges, roads, monuments, even your furniture, school furniture, fans, tube lights, whatever is present, all are created by the human-made. That is, they are all made by the human being. That's why they are called human-made. Then natural environment. So in the natural environment, as we have discussed already, land, water, air and life. These four are very, very important domains of the natural environment, or the 4 components of environment. Land represents lithosphere. Litho means stone, sphere means domain. That is the domain of stone. That is rocks and soil all consist of lithosphere. Water represents hydrosphere. Hydro means water, sphere means domain. This is the domain of water. So this is the second important one. Air represents atmosphere. Atmo means that is air. Sphere means domain, air domain. And life represents biosphere. Bio, again I told you, bi means two, O means organisms, that is life, living beings, plants and animals. These 4 are called domains of environment. Okay. Then what is ecosystem? Ecosystem, because everywhere we are having ecosystem, that is all plants, animals and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. Because plants, animals and human beings are depending upon each other. They are helping each other. They are interdependent. Often they are also interdependent on each other. These relations between the living organisms as well as the non-living organisms. Living organisms mean that is plants and animals. Non-living means that is land, water, air. That is also we can call physical environment. Is nothing but what it presents ecosystem. And the ecosystem may be of 2 types. Terrestrial ecosystem, that is found only on the land, that is all continental areas. Then aquatic. Aquatic means found in the water. We can find life both on the land as well as the aquatic things. But some of the amphibians which are found both land and aquatic, that is water. Then Environment Day. Environment, because to commemorate and also to observe and also to save, to awaken the people, we celebrate every year Environment Day on 5th June every year. That is World Environment Day, which is celebrated all over the world. And why do we celebrate it? We celebrate it this day in order to know the significance of environment, what is its importance and how it is useful to human beings, and what are the important advantages of the environment. All these things, do's and do nots will come. That's why what happened, and create a sense of collective belongings. Environment, because it is not one person, it is everybody's. That's why what happened, it is a collective belonging, and we sensitize people about our environment by observing the Environment Day every year on 5th June all over the world. And sketch or bring photographs of your place, like the students in the story given on the page 4 and 5. So whatever photographs are brought by given in the page number 4 and 5, you also collect some pictures related to environment, that is environment, and there is, and draw some fine sketches of how do you celebrate Environment Day. Okay, my dear boys, so that you can do it. In human environment, as you all know, human environment, which consists of human beings only. It may consist of quality and quantity. In some countries, quantity humans are there. In some countries, quality and quantity both will be there. Human beings interact with the environment and modify it according to their needs. Early humans adapted themselves to the natural surroundings. Whatever they adapted themselves to the natural surroundings, and they habituated, they accustomed to live according to the things available around them. So they led a simple life, because in the old days they led a very, very simple life and fulfilled their requirements from the nature around them. Whatever they want, suppose for example they want food, they want roots, nuts, they want leaves, they want other important things, all they were fetched from the nature. With time needs grew and became more varied. Humans learned new ways to use change environment, because now we can see lot of changes in the environment, because mining is taking place, and deforestation is taking place, and urbanization is taking place, and many important buildings have been constructed. That's why what happened, lot of changes we can find. We can find lot of and what we can call natural calamities also, and disasters also. There is the natural disaster happening in the environment. They learn to grow crops. Human beings slowly and gradually learned to grow crops, and then domestication of animals, because dog was the first animal domesticated, and later on other animals also, animal, cow, this and that, domesticated cat, and lead a settled life. Settled life means because they are all wandering, and before they had made a settled life in 10,000 BCE. Before that they have no permanent housing, but this is the age of what you can say civilization. After 3000 BCE civilization started, and writing also started. Now settled life means they settled nearby the river valleys. The wheel was invented. Wheel was very, very important, you can say, the innovations in the field of human advancement. Surplus food was produced, and that is also there. Barter system emerged, because exchange of goods. Barter system means exchange of goods, because in those days no coins were available. Trade started and commerce developed. This also slowly and gradually. Trade means that is a business, and then commerce means a large viable business also developed in between the human beings. Industrial Revolution enabled large scale production. So in after 1750, Industrial Revolution also started in England, later on spread to other countries also. In India also started after 1950 tremendously. So what happened, we can find large scale production. Instead of man-made things, now we are using machine-made things. Transportation became faster, because after in the 19th century onwards, transportation also became very, very faster, because railways started in the year 1953 in our country. And like that in the world, the railway started in the first in England in 1840s, and other countries also. That's why what happened, information revolution made communication easier and speedy, because now we are all living in an age of ICT, information communication technology. So that has made your life very, very easier, where everybody is having in the mobile, in their hand, their mobile set, and they are connecting to the people all around the world, speedy across the world. So a perfect balance is necessary between the natural and human-made environment. That's why what happened, both are having should accompany, and we have to go for sustainable development. We should not destroy our environment, present environment. Then only we can have a very better future. Humans must learn to live and use their environment in a harmonious way. We should learn to live and use our environment in a harmonious way, rather than in a ugly way. So this is human-made environment. You can, if you just think, and whatever you can write some, correct some more important things about the human-made. parks, buildings, industries, bridges, roads, monuments, your books, and then you can see your houses. Then we are having your fans, tubelights, all are created by human made. Human made means, so these are all what we can say the three components of environment, that is natural, human and human made. I hope